Okay, so we are here to perform a repair on this IKO Cambridge driftwood. You can see when we pulled the shingle, we dropped a little OC tab here just to cover some nail holes, but you can see we damaged the shingles here, damaged them here, tore this shingle and damaged this one here. You can see this creasing starting to become very apparent. So that's what happened when we pulled the shingle. We're going to be doing our repair over here. We're going to be pulling this shingle. To do that, I'm going to have to pull nails out of these 4 shingles and manipulate all 4 of them, and then I will be sliding the new shingle in and installing it. The things I'm going to be looking for are going to be similar to what I'm looking for here. If this were to be a successful repair, there would be no extra granule loss on the shingles. There would be no extra creasing of the shingles. There would be no damage from nails pulling through the shingles and things like that. Those types of items constitute a failed repair. So I'm going to start to get started here. I'm going to pull my nails out first. Pardon me, I don't have a partner today, so I'm just going to be propping this up on my back somehow. What are we looking at here? Well, that ought to be good for now, hopefully. So again, we're going to be pulling those nails out. I'm just going to use the standard flat bar. Any thin bar will work to help debond the shingle and pull the nails out. So I'm going to start on the corners where the seals are probably the weakest, and I'm going to attack those seals diagonally so that way I'm not intentionally trying to damage the shingle. Right away we can see that it's very stiff, very brittle shingle. A lot of granules are already coming off. Got a little tear right here. I'll try to go around and document. So instead of coming here and unsealing this shingle, the one below it tore. So we've got some shingles that are the material's transferring from shingle to shingle. Again, trying to go slow, taking my time, being careful, and just not trying to do too much, right? Just try to let the shingle come unsealed. Don't want to be too forceful. Alright, so now I've got all 4 shingles been unsealed that I'm going to need. So I'm going to start pulling the nails. You've got to lift high enough to find the nails, wherever they may be. Okay. So again, not trying to be too rough, just trying to get the shingle high enough to see the nail and remove it. Nail did not want to come out. Alright, so we've got 4 nails out successfully so far. Did kind of tear the shingle here, lifting it up. So again, we'll review some of these tears whenever we get done. think that's all of them. One. There we go. So now we have them all. Excuse me for the tail back. Okay, so got the shingle out. So wanted to note, you could see the where was that tear at? This tearing on the shingle right here. This is the one we removed, obviously, so not as big of a deal, but what did happen, you can see plenty of nails here. They're not overdriven in any way. On the shingle itself, not seeing a terrible amount of material transfer. There's a little bit, but not a lot. And then you can see where these nails have been pulled back out of the shingle. Prime example here, you know, so a hole like this is now existing on these shingles as well from pulling nails out of them. And we can't nail back into that same hole. So at that point, now I've got this hole in the roof on shingles that I've had to manipulate, and I can't undo that. If I seal it with caulk, then I'm creating a possible maintenance issue for the homeowner. So just some things to think about there. Try to prop this back up. It looks all right. Not bad for not having a cameraman. And we have our new shingle here. Very pliable. Nice warm day, so it's not like it's too cold or anything. Here we go. Okay, so barely get it in here. Almost wants to overlap a little bit, but it's probably more from the last guy. And hopefully we can get these nails in without knocking our camera over. About to find out. I'm gonna try to reuse the same nail holes so I'm not creating new ones on this video. We are, just to make it easier, and if we can't normally do anything like that, then, you know, I mean, I can't even lift this thing up enough to get the nail here. You can hear it starting to tear further up, so it's starting to unseal higher up, and I still haven't cleared the nail. I'm not even close to where this nail needs to be. My hammer will not align with it yet. So I have a feeling we're going to be causing some damage with some nail poles higher up. Yep, this one's already come loose over here, so having to lift this high enough up to put this nail in, because the shingle's so stiff. Even on a nice warm day like this, you can see it's nice and warm out here. This nail has still pulled through, and we'll show that obviously when we get done here. Now I'm towards the middle of the shingle, so it's gonna be more difficult. So yeah, I got some visible creasing starting to pop up and a little bit of a tear mark here. Shingle's wanting to start to tear on us. But yeah, I mean, imagine if I'm trying to use a nail gun. I mean, this is even more difficult then. By using the same nail holes, I'm making it a lot easier on myself. But again, this still wouldn't be proper in this way. We would want new nail holes. Yeah, so now we got some delamination here happening. So just to get the nails back in, because the shingles are so stiff, I'm not able to do it without damaging the shingles around it. get a couple more nails in here and document this more clearly for you. Same thing here. So now that shingle's damaged, and wind will come along and blow this right off, and then you'll have more wind damage than you had before your repair. Okay. All right. So we'll take some pictures when we're done, but just to continue the video here, we've now got our repair done. I mean, we can argue colors and matching. I see a lot of red in the old shingle. The new shingle's very black. I don't think it's ever gonna even look the same. I'm assuming IKO changed the color of these shingles at some point. And that's what we're seeing here in that difference. As far as visible damages, we can see this creasing here starting to develop along the top of the shingle. Delamination, so this is now damaged. Same thing over here. So we've damaged 2 shingles. Again, I didn't see a lot of mat transfer on this one. But this shingle is also now damaged because of how high we had to lift it to get that nail back in. And see, all of this is now loose, whereas before it was not loose. And looks like there's your nail pull on the shingle above, like we described. You can see that very clearly. So we damaged this shingle. So hard to repair a roof when the shingles are not pliable in any way, shape, or form. You can see the only places where these big creases exist is where we've made these repairs. You don't see any other creasing in the area other than where these repairs have been made. So yeah, I would say the roof is legally not repairable. Thank you.